What's up, guys? It's Matt from MLB Marathon coming at you guys with another video. Before we get to the video, though, I want to let you guys know about the giveaway we're doing for this month in February and the beginning of March. We're going to be giving away one copy of MLB The Show, one Nike Replica Jersey of your choice, whichever team you like. We'll give you a replica Nike jersey, and on top of that, we'll also give you the hat as well. So one New Era hat will be given to you guys as well. So it'll be a copy of MLB The Show, a New Era hat, and one Nike Replica jersey. All you have to do is be subscribed to us on this channel. Let us know you enjoy the content, and we're excited for that. In this video, we're going to be touching on three big market teams that kind of fell asleep at the wheel this offseason while competitors in their division were spending some money. Let's start with the New York Mets. Now, the New York Mets, I don't think they took full advantage of some of the opportunities they were given. Now, I understand they had their issues with Beltran and having to rehire a manager, and that's really unfortunate. But while teams like the Nationals and the Phillies and Braves are out here spending millions and millions of dollars, I don't think you could be as quiet as the Mets were. The Mets did make some moves, though. They signed Brad Brock to a one-year deal for $850,000. They signed Michael Wacha to a one-year $3 million deal. Rick Porcello, one-year $10 million deal. That'll deepen their rotation, which I didn't really think needed much help. And then the one important piece for the Mets I think they did go in the right direction with was signing Dellin Betances. After his injury, he's kind of betting on himself, signing for a one-year $10.5 million deal. And I really think he'll help Edwin Diaz in the back end of that bullpen. The Mets hope for Diaz to have a bounce-back season, but Betances will give them the assurance that they wanted. You know, when we look at this, the Braves went out and spent a lot of money. They got guys like Hamels, Ozuna, Will Smith, Travis d'Arnaud. I mean, they spent their money. The Phillies, they signed Zach Wheeler. You can't lose Zach Wheeler to the Phillies and then not have a move to answer that, especially when your best pitcher, or one of your best pitchers in Zach Wheeler, goes to a competitor in your division. It's just tough. It's tough. You know, Strasburg goes back to the Nationals, and they make sure to get their guy. The Mets, you know, it's going to be interesting, and if I'm a Mets fan, I have some concerns. I do think they could have made a couple more moves to kind of broaden the horizon for this 40-man roster. They didn't. It's going to be interesting seeing what they do in 2020. The next team we're going to touch on, and perhaps the most surprising, is the Los Angeles Dodgers. Man, did they have a quiet offseason. I think they have one more big splash left in them before 2020 season begins. We're going to talk about what that could be in a second. But let's talk about, for now, what they have already done. So they signed Blake Trinan to a one-year $10 million deal. They also signed Alex Wood to a one-year $4 million deal and added Jimmy Nelson to a one-year $1 million deal with $2 million in performance incentives at the major league level. But that's it, guys. They didn't do much. And for some teams, it's a busy offseason. For the Dodgers, that's like nothing. And luckily, their division didn't make too many big moves other than the Arizona Diamondbacks, and that's who they should be most afraid of. The Arizona Diamondbacks is going to be that one team that gives the Dodgers the run for their money when it comes to the NL West. And they made some big moves. They made some headlining deals. And that started with Madison Bumgarner signing to a 5-year deal. They also had some complementary pieces I really liked them adding, like guys like Cole Calhoun, Hector Rondon, Junior Guerrera, relief pitcher. So a lot of pieces there, and they spent money. They showed their team they're willing to win. Now, no other team really made many moves. Tommy Pham signed with the Padres, which I think will really help out the younger guys on that roster. I like that for the Padres. But the one move the Dodgers need to make, the one big splash that could come this offseason, is acquiring Mookie Betts in a trade from the Red Sox. Now, we've heard Mookie Betts rumors all offseason, up in the air about who could get him. But two of the teams that are being talked about are the Padres and the Dodgers. And if you're the Dodgers, you cannot allow a guy like Mookie Betts to go to a division rival in the Padres instead of your own team. This is the big splash the Dodgers need, possibly giving up a guy like Alex Verdugo. Their farm system can handle that. You know, the Red Sox want to add pieces to this deal like David Price, with having such a small offseason and not really spending much money, the Dodgers should be able to add David Price's payroll without any issue. And I think this is the move that kind of changes my mindset about what the Dodgers did this offseason. Having Mookie Betts in a lineup like the Dodgers, oh my gosh, that would be some fun baseball to watch. Hopefully they make it happen and save their offseason. The last big market team that I want to touch on here is the Chicago Cubs, and they had an unbelievably quiet offseason. I don't even know what the deal is here, but they only spent about maybe $5 million on free agents, if that. They did sign Steven Souza Jr. to a 1-year, $1 million deal. They also added Jeremy Jeffries for a 1-year, $850,000 deal. Ryan Tepera, 1 year, $900,000, and Dan Winkler was another one of their additions this offseason. But man, this is unusually quiet, especially for the Cubs. We've seen them add contracts like Jason Hayward. Now, they might not be fond of that contract, but you get what I'm saying. They're willing to add money when they can. And other than the grievance case with Chris Bryant, I haven't really heard about the Cubs much at all this offseason. That's really odd to me, especially when teams in their divisions haven't really done much. I mean, if we look at the Brewers, they've lost a lot of talent to the free agent market, and I figured that'd be an opportunity for the Cubs to say, hey, we can add talent while you're losing talent. That's not what happened. The Pirates are in a rebuild, trading guys like Starlin Marte. I mean, this wasn't a division that you had an opportunity. And the one team that took full advantage of that opportunity was the Cincinnati Reds. They went out and they added pieces that they thought can make their club better. You can check out my video about the Cincinnati Reds. I uploaded that last week. It gives you a full in-depth talk about what they did add. But they added guys like, Nick Castellanos and Mike Moustakas. They took advantage of the quiet offseason in the NL Central. The Cubs did not. And I'm eager to see how that will help. It should give the Reds a solid chance for the NL Central. But that's going to be all for this video. Be sure to subscribe. Get yourself in that giveaway. Good luck. See you guys soon.